Yo, I'm Sickfishsticks and thanks for clicking on my video. If you're a retro gaming fan, you'll be glad to know that GOG is cutting prices on classic titles for the next week. A majority of the deals are not really worth it, but I scouted the sales and found a few gems that I think you should consider. This will be a bit of a speed run, so buckle in, tighten your seatbelt, and let's have a peek. Starting us off, Heroes of Mighty and Magic 3, without a doubt the most popular Heroes titles of all time. This is also the correct version to get. The GOG version contains all the campaigns as well as various updates and mod availability. I really can't tell you how many hours I've spent in this game when it originally came out. It helped keep my virginity safe, that's for sure. It's one of those timeless titles that you'll never be too old to play. It's simple enough to play at any time, yet deep enough to have multitudes of strategies. It's sitting in with a heavy hitting 75% off, making it a silly $2.50, so definitely worth your hard earned money. The Dragon Age franchise and the Elder Scrolls franchise are the main reasons I love gaming. So when I saw Dragon Age Ultimate Edition for a stupid $5, we had to include it. It's also a testament that once upon a time BioWare was able to make amazing games. It has a great story, great graphics for the time at least, and all in all a great game. Dragon Age is a phenomenal RPG that offers an extensive and vast story that really sinks you into it. It's a beautiful game with plenty to see and explore, all tied in with fantastic voice acting. The combat is smooth, juicy, and just the right amount of difficult. It's sitting in with an amazing rating wherever you look for a reason. Give it a go if you haven't yet. Assassin's Creed Director's Cut is coming in at $3. You can't argue against Assassin's Creed being a game that redefined the action-adventure genre. With photorealistic graphics and advanced physics models and nearly a fanatical attention to detail. Assassin's Creed was able to start a new chapter in gaming history, and for that we owe it a thank you. Assassin's Creed was one of the first games where I was sent to assassinate a guy and killed 95 people on my way there. In fairness, it's like the History Channel, the video game. It starts with this really impressive recreation of historical events and ends with blaming everything that ever happened on aliens. Check it out, it's for sure worth the asking price. Next up, Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell. Oh boy did I love this game. You play as a middle-aged single dad named Sam Big Balls Fisher. He's a former Navy SEALs, which explains his gruffy voice and military know-how. The dude literally wears green glowing sticks on his body because he wants the enemy to have a chance before he lets them meet their maker. I gave this a quick revisit some time back, and it's one of the first games that I think aged like wine and milk all at the same time. But that shouldn't stop you from giving it a go and see how gaming was done in the early 2000s. You can get your hands on it over on GOG for a little more than $1. Next up, Mirror's Edge, the first real parkour game I recall. The best way to describe this game is the following. This is Catch Me If You Can if Leonardo DiCaprio was a girl and Tom Hanks was multiple copies of a generic cop. In fairness, the best falling simulator ever, 10 out of 10 would break all my bones again. A truly unique experience that's worth playing even now in 2023. It still looks good, and some of the environments are honestly better than most modern games come up with today. Another heavy hitting 75% off, making it $5, a clear steal. Next up we have Far Cry 2, another classic and another first for me in regards to playing an African simulator. Best one I ever played. To be honest, Far Cry 2 is really an amazing sequel and it almost stands in its own. Sometimes I think it's even better than the original Far Cry. It's an overall great and extremely immersive experience that allows the player to choose how they want to approach the world that they find themselves in. In fairness, everything is great about this game, besides the malaria part. Another beautiful retro game that shaped the gaming lives of many is Rayman Origins. Here you get to experience the magical universe of Rayman with legendary 2D gameplay that has captured the hearts of millions of fans. To be honest, it's a great platformer that deserves mentioning in the same breath as Mario and Sonic. A heavy-hitting 80% off, making it a silly $2, is why I added it in today's video. If you for some reason haven't tried it yet, or you haven't played a platform in a long time, then really there's no excuse. Rayman Origins. There are hundreds of more games on sale for the next week over on GOG. So if you want your retro cup filled, take your juicy booty there and see what games you can snag up for a few bucks. I'll leave the link in the description for you guys to make it easy, Have a browse, have a look, and see if there's anything worth picking up. And that's pretty much all I had for you in this one. Thanks a lot for watching the video. Thumbs up if you liked it, thumbs down if you did. Subscribe if you haven't, why not? Thanks a lot for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace. I ran out of breath there. Help me.